Miss Judy Smith came by and she wants to talk to us about an event that's taking place Halloween night. Is that right?
That's right. Coming back up again. This is the 4th year.
Okay. Well, now tell us what's going on. We're blocking the street.
Blocking the street Halloween night. That's going to be on a Wednesday, October the 31st. We blocked the street starting down here at I guess this is 2nd Avenue, all the way up to Ward. Block it off. We have a trunk or treater going on. All the people from the area is going to be coming in, bringing their vehicle, all decorated, and handing out candy on Halloween night.
Okay, so, and of course we call it Jeepers Creepers.
Call it Jeepers Creepers. This is the 4th year that we've been doing this. Last year we had probably 1,300 kids come through. It's a really safe environment for kids. That way the parents don't have to be out on the back streets and all that. So they can start down here and just walk down. Really a fun time, playing some Halloween music.
Yeah, we got music coming out of the courthouse
we
here.
do, yeah.
And we've never had vendors or anything like that. The stores, though, are open.
Yes, they will be. Some of the stores, and especially the candy bar, it'll be open because they're giving out balloons and candy and ice cream and all that good stuff. Everything you expect on Halloween night.
All right, and then that's for the kids, and that's from 5 to 7. And then I understand there's a adult costume contest that Evil's Tavern is doing.
That's right.
And they're going to come and talk about that later. Okay, so block the street off. People can come, safe environment for the kids. Now, I understand that Gordonsville is going to have a big shindig the same night.
That's right. I think it's called the Gordonsville Halloween Bash is what it's going to be called, and they're going to be blocked off down there too. So after you leave one place, go to the other. Really can wrap up on getting a lot of candy.
Yeah, there's a lot of good things going on in Smith County on Halloween night, and that's, of course, October the 31st. So you're seeing this, you got plenty of time to plan for it.
We want to be sure to let everybody know if you want to participate, you don't have to call in advance. Just show up with your vehicle, plenty of candy. A lot of the participants are dressing up, so that kind of makes the kids more excited. If you could dress up in a costume, that'd be good. Are you going to dress up? What are you going to be?
I'm going to be the evil chamber director. Or the good chamber director, one of the two.
I'd say you do well at that.
Yeah, one of the two.
It's a good event. It's a good thing for the community too. Like I said, it's make it safe for the children. Well,
and it's a lot of fun. And folks, if you get a chance, you need to go to both events. They were really kind of rolling the red carpet out there in Gordonsville and doing the same thing here. And I think it's a good night to, you don't have to worry about your kids being out on a dark street or worrying about cars going back and forth, where they're at. And I think that means a lot to people, especially when they got small children.
Right. It starts at 5 o'clock, and ours ends at 7. I think the one at Gordonsville starts at 5 and ends at 8 o'clock.
Starts at 4, I believe.
Starts at 4?
It starts at 4 o'clock
4 to 8.
And ends at 8 o'clock.
And ours is 5 to 7.
Yeah, and ours is 5 to 7. So, folks, if you get a chance, come by and visit Smith County on Halloween, come to Gordonsville or Carthage. Better yet, come to both of them. Mr. Danny Driver came by to see us, and he has an amazing place. Danny, tell him the name of your place.
It's AMAZE-N-CORN, corn maze in New Middleton.
All right, and it's in New Middleton?
Yes.
All right, if you don't know how to get there, you give them directions.
From Gordonsville 4-way, Citizens Bank, go toward New Middleton. As you cross the bridge, there's a big corn sign on the side of the road with an arrow pointing you down Mulherron Road. From the interstate, you go toward Alexandria, the first road to the left. At the bottom of the hill, you'll see the corn sign, turn to the left, 1 mile on Mulherron Road on the left.
Okay, and the big corn sign is going to lead them to the place.
It will lead you right to the entrance.
Okay, so if they get off, like if they're out of town, they come on exit 258.
254.
254 is the,
And go south and turn left at the first corn sign, and there's another corn sign at Mulherron Road that will get you on the right road to get us to the entrance.
Okay, so all roads lead to AMAZE-N-CORN. Now, tell them a little bit about what you got there. I know it's built for kids to have fun, right?
Primarily for kids. Adults have a good time too. We have 2 corn mazes this year. We have a giant corn maze that takes about 45 minutes to go through. Several people haven't made it through and come out the entrance, and we have a mini maze that takes 10 or 12 minutes to go through for the smaller kids or the adults that don't want to get in too long. We have live animals, goats, pigs, rabbits, chickens, cows, horses that the kids can get up close to and ask questions about. We have barrels for them to ride in. We have larger, what we call our grain train for adults to ride in, and then we have a large hayride wagon. There's a giant slide, 40-foot long, 4 20-foot slides. We have swings, hay bales stacked up that they can climb on, duck races with water pumps that kids really enjoy. We have 6,000 pounds of corn in a sandbox that, you know, we can bury kids in there. We just, you know, hopefully you don't lose any. So
You've retained all of them so far, right?
So far, and
I know at one time you had a little boat race thing, or something like that.
Duck races.
Duck races,
the
yeah.
Duck races,
yeah.
yes.
That seemed like a lot of fun.
Yeah, kids like the water, and
okay, and good parking.
Have plenty of parking. 5-acre parking lot, just you know, close to the road. We have shelters, shade for the parents to watch the kids play on the playground. That we just put that in this year. Extra shade and benches for the adults to watch.
Okay, now what date do you've already started, right?
We started September the 22nd. We go through October the 28th.
Okay, so
we do
2 days
school
before
groups
Halloween.
during the week. Fridays we're open at 2 o'clock till dark. Saturdays from 10 till dark, and Sunday 1 to 6.
Okay, and you said school groups, so a lot of them come during the day?
We have a lot of pre-K, kindergarten, first grade, second grade. We have several daycare centers that come, churches come, youth groups, you know, normally groups of over 20 anytime during the week, or if you want to bring your group on the weekend and fit right in with everybody else, that works too.
All right, well that sounds good. AMAZE-N-CORN. And what are your hours like during the week and on the weekends?
Well, during the weeks by group only. On the weekends we open at 2 o'clock on Friday till dark, Saturdays 10 o'clock till dark, and then Sundays 1 to 6.
Okay, so folks, you got a big window here to be able to go to that. I know I've been by there, and it's pretty amazing.
They have
the
fun.
Right word, yeah.
Kids leave tired and, you know, and worn out and happy.
All right, if they've got any questions about this, where can they call? What number can they call, or where do they need to get their information?
You can call, my number is 865. I lived in Knoxville, so I still have an 865 number, but I live here now. But 865-254-8657, or go to our website, AMAZE-N-CORN, AMAZENCORN.com, or we have a Facebook, which is just AMAZE-N-CORN Facebook account that will give you information about it.
Okay, so you can find this pretty easily.
Facebook, website, or phone number.
Okay, well I know my little girl is wanting to come, so we'll be seeing you next week or so.
Sounds good.
All right, well Danny, thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
All right.
This is Mary Draper with UT Extension, and I'm here to tell you today about some healthy holiday programs we have coming up. The average person can actually gain up to 10 pounds through the holidays. So as a way to combat that, we have some programs coming up. We have the Maintain, Don't Gain Challenge, and what that is, you'll call the Extension office and we'll give you a URL to sign up. But Wilson County is also participating in this, and we have Smith County Fitness Center that is participating in this, and during that time, which will be November the 18th through January the 5th, you get free access to that fitness center, as well as some healthy recipes and ways to modify those recipes. We have Tai Chi program coming up November the 13th through December the 18th, and that'll be at the Smith County Chamber of Commerce. This is a program that's for our advanced Tai Chi members, so if you've done a program with me before, or if you've done any kind of other Tai Chi activity, this is for you. So we're doing the 6 advanced forms, and that will be at the chamber through those dates, and it'll be from 1 till 2. And if you have any questions, just give us a call at the Extension office at 615-735-2900.
Okay, we're standing here, and Mr. Franklin, introduce yourself.
Franklin Grandstaff. I work at the BELLACINO'S.
All right, and it looks like you brought pizza.
I brought pizza today.
You know, the one thing that puzzles me,
yes, sir,
and maybe you did it on purpose, you didn't slice it, did you?
No, I did not. I did not slice it.
I noticed that because
I didn't want it falling out of my hand while I was holding it up here.
Well, I thought the reason is because you knew I was going to reach over and grab a piece of it. That really looks good. Now, what piece is this? This
is the Pride pizza. It's my loaded pizza. It's got the sausage, the ham, the pepperoni, mushrooms, onions, black olives. Good.
Well, I tell you, and every time I go to BELLACINO'S, I eat the grinder and the Chicago.
That's why I got the job.
Yeah, and I can't ever get to the pizza because I can't get past that Chicago grind.
Well, I have a Chicago pizza.
Oh, well, we're going to have to try that. Well, now, if somebody wants to come, where is Bellacino's located?
112 Bradford Boulevard.
Okay.
Right beside the truck stop.
All right, so if they can find the truck stop, they can find your place.
They can find me, yes, sir.
And I imagine them truckers find it pretty often.
They find us pretty often, yes, sir.
Well, I know I go in there, and when I eat, it's really good, and I really like it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, you've got pizzas and grinders.
Grinders, salads, chicken wings, pasta.
Okay. And the drinks, if you're there, it's
Coke
all included. All you can drink.
Coke products. We have a freestyle machine, the only one in Gordonsville.
Okay.
Mix your own drink when you come.
Okay, so
Yes,
you
sir.
got everything a person needs.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, folks, it's Bellacino's, and Franklin, any specials going on for Halloween, like an orange pizza or something like that?
Well, we do have our cheese pizza this month for $9.99.
Okay.
This size, the large.
$9.99.
$9.99.
That would feed quite a
Yes,
few
sir.
people.
Quite a few
would.
people. Yes, sir.
And there's a lot of people like just cheese.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
sir.
know my little girl's one of them.
Yes, sir.
Well, folks, if you want a good meal, go to Bellacino's over in Gordonsville, Tennessee.
Thank you.
Tammy came by to see us. Tammy,
Hi, Bill.
tell them who you are.
I'm Tammie Crawford, owner of ARTWEARZ in South Carthage, screen print, embroidery, and promotional products.
Okay, well now we got a table full of stuff here, and I'm just going to start picking stuff up.
Okay.
And you tell them about this. You do caps, obviously.
We do caps. This is an embroidery cap with the puff embroidery, and we do those. Our cap minimums start at 24 or 48, depending on the cap style that you pick out.
Okay, and you've obviously got different styles that you can do. Now this looks a little different in the shirts.
This is, we do athletic apparel, we do ball jerseys, sportswear, all kinds of team wear, socks.
And you can put screen print or embroidery on that?
Normally in that kind of apparel, we will either heat press it, which is what most athletic apparel is, or we will screen print that.
Okay, and this is the same type of material.
Yes,
now,
it is.
Now, what about this one here?
This
and
is...
if I show this one, I've got to show this one.
Absolutely.
Right?
Now.
We don't want to be...
These are two different processes. This is a football jersey with heat press and done in glitter vinyl.
Okay.
This is screen print. This is ran through the dryer so that it will cure, and it is the most durable garment that you can make because it's burnt into the garment.
Okay, and so it'll survive a lot of washings and things like that, and
it will.
Rough kids playing ball. Okay, now there's some more of these here. Of course, that is a
this is screen print.
Screen print here. And
all these are screen print. This is our vintage style wash screen print that we do. It is so that partial shirt color comes through the garment so that it looks vintage, like it's the vintage wear. That's the big thing right now.
Highway 25. Yeah, and let's see what else we got here. Here's Union Heights. So these guys, that's the read to be ready or read.
This is a 3-color process print that we've done on this garment.
And the color really pops on this.
It really pops out good.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, and this.
This
zip code.
is a zip code crew neck sweatshirt. This is the new style for the coming year. It's Bella Canvas, and it is a real soft feel type of sweatshirt, and we've just heat applied vinyl to this, and it's great. It washes well. Wash it wrong side out, hang it up to dry, and you shouldn't have any problem.
Okay, and what is this?
This is also Bella T, and it is also done in heat transfer. And this is a new color this year for fall, very popular. It's called Heathered Mauve. And we also have other new colors in. We have rust, we have cream colors, we have the sand color here. And this is done with a special mix ink. We can custom mix any color ink to accommodate what color print that you would like to have. And this right here is called, somebody wanted us to print their garment the color of a penny. So we kind of just mix this up and and I thought it turned out really nice.
Yeah, that is. And now you obviously do businesses too.
Yes, sir.
You can do like the workwear for them. This is Smith County.
This is for the Smith County Highway Department, and this is safety. This is the safety yellow that they are required to wear, and we can fix that up for them. This is with the screen print. We can embroidery on this as well, and we can also heat press. Sometimes on the back they have to have Highway Department, or they have to have safety strips, and we can put those on there as well.
Okay, now I failed to wear it. I should have, but you've done some embroidered shirts for the Chamber of Commerce, and we have the Smith County logo on it.
That we designed for you guys.
Yes, and it looks really good. Yeah.
We also design logos for your company, and for your business wear, we design logos, and we do that for you free of charge.
Okay, yeah, I know you've done a few things for us, and it's much appreciated. Of course, this is a sweatshirt.
This
like
is applique.
Yeah.
This is a different process. This is applique. That's where material is sewn and embroidered around, and this also is applique.
Oh, okay. So you do all of the processes, and you do them right here in Smith County.
We
you
do.
get the machines. It's not shipped off or anything?
No, sir. We do everything in-house. We order garments as they are ordered. We do not keep shirts in stock due to the fact of dye lots change colors. So we want to make sure that your full order comes straight from the same fabric cut. So we order all of our shirts when the order is placed, and then it ships to us, and then we screen print it right there inside our shop.
Okay, and it doesn't have to be Smith County. You do business all over the state.
We do.
And all over the United States, as far as I can tell.
We have shipped to Mexico. We have shipped to, we do a lot of business with Alvin C. York. We do Tennessee Tech products. We do North Carolina. We do some schools in East Tennessee. And we do some schools in Watertown, Wilson, Mount Juliet. So we're all over.
So you're all over the place. So if a UPS truck or a FedEx truck will make it, you can sell to them. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, if they need to know something, give them your contact information. Like, start with the phone number.
Our phone number is 615-735-3002. We would like for you to like us on Facebook. We have a Facebook page, and just drop by and see us. We are at 298 Main Street South in South Carthage.
Okay. Now, do you have a website and Facebook?
We do have a website too. It is ARTWEARZ at artwears.com.
Okay. And spell ARTWEARZ, because they'll get it. I know I got it wrong the first few times.
It is ARTWEARZ.com. Our email address is ARTWEARZ@ARTWEARZ, same spelling, .net.
Okay. So, folks, if you need anything for a fundraiser or anything that's going on,
church, school, 5Ks, business,
anything like that,
anything, we can hook you up.
And I truly do appreciate what you've done for the Chamber of Commerce.
Thank
and for
you.
folks
I appreciate
in Smith
you.
County.
I appreciate you.
All right. Tammy, thanks for coming by.
Thank you, Bill.
Miss Barbara KANNAPEL came by. Barbara, hold that microphone a little close up there and tell them why you're here.
Okay. I'm with the Smith County Drug Prevention Coalition, and I just want to invite the community to some of the things that we have coming up.
Okay.
We are a coalition, a community coalition, and that means all of us together, working together to reduce substance abuse in Smith County, especially with our young people. We want to reduce and prevent substance use in our young people. And so one of the things that we want to do is have another drug take-back event, and that is to prevent any medications from being diverted that we used to keep in our medicine cabinet, but it's no longer safe to keep those in the medicine cabinet. So we want to say to the community, remind you, don't be an accidental drug dealer.
Yeah, and what you're talking about is, I know I have drugs sometimes. I take them for a period of time, and then I don't need them anymore, but yet there's some in the bottle, and so they sit in my drawer.
Out of date, you're no longer using them, and it's just not safe to keep them in our medicine cabinet anymore. We want to keep them in a locked box if they are in our home and we're taking them. We want to count them to be sure that no one is taking any of the medications, and then we can either drop them in the drop box locations that are here in the community, one at the Smith County Sheriff's Department, and there's one also located at Carthage City Hall on on Spring Street. And so anytime during the year, 24/7, you can drop off medications there. But a couple times a year, we have a drug take-back event. And so we have that scheduled for October 31st. It's going to be at the Ag Center. We're kind of partnering with the Senior Citizen Center, also partnering with South Carthage Police Department. So between 9 and 12 on October 31st, folks can clean out their medicine cabinet and drop off those unused medications. They'll be put into the hands of law enforcement, and then they will be taken to THP to be incinerated.
Okay, well now a lot of people will say, well, I don't want my children to get a hold of these drugs, so I just flush them down the toilet, or I throw them in the garbage.
Yeah.
Tell them why they don't want to do that.
Well, we used to do that, but now we know that that could be a pollution to our water system. So it's never safe to throw them in the trash, and it's never safe to flush them. So we want to have them incinerated. And a lot of people that are abusing medications are usually getting them from family and friends. Young people sometimes get them from their grandparents' medicine cabinet. And so we just want to make sure that those medications are not diverted and out into the community so that we can keep our community safe.
Okay, and you mentioned the 2 locations. If they have questions about this, what's the phone number they can call you?
Please call the Drug Prevention Coalition office. We are located in the Turner Building, Suite 111. We'd love for you to come by and find out more how you can be involved. And our phone number at the coalition is 615-588-1622. We have monthly meetings that we invite the community to, and that is on the first Wednesday of every month at the Smith County Chamber of Commerce, great partner, the chamber with the coalition, and that'll be at noon on the first Wednesday at the chamber.
Katie came by. That's wonderful. Katie, thanks for coming by. Well, you better introduce yourself, because some folks out there might not know who you are.
I'm Katie Martin, and I am the 4-H agent in Smith County. So I work with Mary and Chris over at UT Extension.
Okay, and you came by here to talk to us about some stuff.
Couple of things, yeah.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and start off with your first one, and we'll go from there.
First of all, I wanted to congratulate some of our outstanding Smith County 4-H'ers for a job well done at the Central Region Poultry Judging Contest a little bit earlier in September. We had the biggest contest in history, and each of our kiddos that participated came away with a top 10 ribbon. So we were very impressed and with their hard work and the results of the contest. We were very happy with that. We also have a fun event coming up that I want to let any of our 7th through 12th graders and their parents and grandparents know about. We'll be headed to AMAZE-N-CORN, which we heard about just a little bit earlier. We'll be headed there October 25th for our community club meeting. And community club is basically for any 7th through 12th grader that just wants to stay more involved with 4-H, hang out with like-minded individuals, continue their 4-H career with Honor Club or All-Stars. But this is going to be one of our fun events throughout the year, where we'll get to hang out on the farm, do the corn maze and all the other awesome stuff they have there. So if you have a 7th through 12th grader that might be interested in coming to this fun event or joining our community club, please call the office and RSVP or find out more information about the event, because we'd love to have them.
Okay, well now who can participate in this? Is it just school, or is it
Nope,
homeschool?
7th through 12th grade, whether you are homeschooled in a public school, any 7th through 12th grader in the county is more than welcome.
Okay.
And family.
In Smith County. Okay, and of course, obviously, there are other folks that watch that are in other counties, but they will have this program.
Most likely, our neighboring counties have something very similar, if not basically just the same thing. But yes, all of our older kiddos, there are plenty of opportunities for you to stay involved in 4-H, some great opportunities.
Okay, now you mentioned something about a barn sale.
Yes, very excited because we are hosting Riverside Barn Sale November 2nd and 3rd at the Smith County Ag Center. This is going to be our big fundraiser event for the year for my 4-H program and Mary's FCS program. So all the money raised will be put back into the community through our 4-H and FCS programs. We are going to have so many shopping vendors, food vendors, some live music performances, and just a lot of fun for the whole family, and of course for a good cause. So we would love to see you guys come out and support that event. November 2nd, the Friday, will be from 2 to 7, and then on Saturday we will be there from 9 to 4, live music, food, and fun throughout the whole day.
Okay, and we are standing in the Hull Theater at the historic courthouse, and this basically their Christmas program, which kind of takes place in November, December. is going on. They're doing Sanders Family Christmas, and we're going to tell people a little bit more about that later on. Anything else with 4-H going on?
We always have stuff going on, so the main thing is follow us on Facebook, pop by our office, give us a call if you want to be more involved, because we've got plenty of ways for our youth to be involved.
And I know they heard it before, but give them the number again.
Absolutely. You can give us a call at 615-735-2900 or find us on Facebook on UT Extension Smith County.
Okay, now Chris is missing.
He is.
But if they call him, he does soil tests.
Absolutely.
He'll come out, and if you've got a plant that you don't know what it is, he'll identify it.
He was looking at some weeds today.
Yeah, he's sort of like the Superman of agriculture.
Absolutely.
So if you need real in-depth help like that, you can get Chris.
Absolutely, anytime.
All right, so folks, UT Extension, we appreciate what they do here. Thank you for all your help that you guys do.
Absolutely, we're glad to do it.
And thanks for coming by, Katie. Miss Pam Billington came by. Pam, tell them you're with the museum, but go ahead and give them the formal introduction.
Oh, I'm Pam Billington, and I am the president of the board at the Smith County Heritage Museum.
Okay, and I know there's a lot going on over at the museum. We're very pleased to see that. I guess the first thing, we'll start kind of work our way back.
Okay.
You have Christmas ornaments.
Yes. This year, our 2018 ornament is of the Cordell Hull Dam, and it's a very pretty ornament, and we'd like for you to come by and pick one up. Maybe get 2 or 3 of those ornaments.
Okay, and they're $10 each,
yes.
And it's a donation to the museum.
Yes.
Okay, now you have other ornaments. If a person wanted to start a collection of them, I know one lady that has every one since the very beginning.
Right.
I don't think you've got them that far back, but you do have some of the other ornaments.
We do.
available.
We have some, and we are selling them at a discounted price. So we still have some, I think, of the depot, the Carthage Depot. We have, seems like I saw a few others. Maybe there's some of the museum. But we do have a few years that we still have the ornament. Some years sold out, so we don't have those.
Right, and then there are collector's items. So, okay, now over the years you've made T-shirts.
Yes.
You probably don't have any of the Eclipse T-shirts left.
No, no more of those.
Yeah,
they went fast.
That was a historic event.
Yeah.
Maybe some of the Depot T-shirts. You have some of those left.
I don't think we have any of the Depot. I think all we have are our current. Are you talking about the T-shirts?
T-shirt.
We have the current T-shirt, which is a map of Smith County with all the communities listed on the back of the T-shirt.
Okay, and what happens? They make these things, and then they disappear once you sold out.
Right.
You don't do a reprint.
Right.
Usually.
So we're selling those at a pretty good rate. So you might better come by and get one of those, or they will be gone too.
Okay. Now, what about the hours of the museum? When are you open now?
Well, we're open Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays, 10 to 2, and by appointment.
Okay, so if somebody wanted to come in and do a tour, they could call and set
schedule.
it up.
Yes, call and schedule.
And I know the schools come by sometimes.
Oh yes, we have our good tours of our school field trips. They come through. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else about the museum that we need to?
Well, we're working on our next book signing, and our next book signing is we're working with Jack McCall. And we're just trying to establish a date that will be work both for us and for him. So just keep an eye on Facebook, and we will be posting when our next book signing with Jack McCall is going to be.
Okay, and if somebody wanted to find out about the museum, how do they contact you? How does that go about doing that?
They can call 615-735-1104. And during the regular hours, or they can leave a message. They can email us at Smith County Heritage Museum DTC.net.
Okay, yeah, that one always throws me too. DTCcom.net.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we have a Facebook page for the museum?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And is there a website? I'm not sure that there is.
Right now, we are still in the process of getting that established.
Okay. All right. So, folks, if you've never been through the Smith County Heritage Museum, you owe it to yourself to come,
That's
especially
right.
if you have children. because in our schools today, they have so much curriculum that they have to teach that a lot of times local history is not really touched on.
Overlooked a little bit.
Yeah, it's overlooked unless somebody has a passion for that and happens to mention it. And so if you've lived here all your life, or if you've moved in and want to learn about it, Smith County Heritage Museum is the place to come.
That's right. That's right.
Well, Pam, thank you for coming by.
Yeah, and we'll be in the we'll be open on the shop.
The Small
Christmas,
Business Saturday?
No, well, we'll be open that day, but we will also be open on the Hometown Christmas Day, and you can see us in the Carthage Parade and the Gordonsville Christmas Parades.
Okay. So Heritage Museum's active around here.
Yes.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yes.
Well, thank you for coming by.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Well, Mr. Fred Keith, he was in his office, and we kind of got him to come out. Fred, introduce yourself. Tell them what your job is here in Smith County.
My name is Fred Keith. I'm the Veteran Service Officer and also the Commanding Officer for Post 57, American Legion.
Yeah, that's a great bunch of guys. I know they're involved in the community, and I see them out doing things, and I run into them all over the place. So, a great bunch of folks. Guys.
We've got about 70 members.
Yeah. Yeah, and so and of course there's a lot more out there that are veterans that live in the county, right?
Right. We've got about 1,200 veterans in the county.
Yeah, yeah. I knew there have been several people that have served in the armed services because of that. Tell us, we're going to have a Veterans Day parade here. Tell us about that.
Veterans Day parade this year is 11th of November. It's on a Sunday. Lineup is at 2 o'clock. Our parade starts at 2:30. This year it's very special to me. We have a guest speaker, from what I understand, talking to past commanders and VSOs. We've never had a lady active duty as our speaker. She is a warrant officer. She is National Guard. She's serving active duty right now in Nashville. And she is going to tell us the lady's perspective in the military, trials and tribulations, the problems she's had, the good things she's had done. She's done several tours in Afghanistan, Kuwait, in that areas, and it's going to be a really treat, a great treat. If you have any young ladies that may be interested in military, mothers, fathers, grandfathers, to find out what it is like for a lady in the military, I'd advise you to come out and listen to this lady.
Okay, and the Veterans Day Parade is a Sunday on the 11th of November, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And starts at about 2?
We start lining up at 2. The parade starts at 2:30.
Okay, 2:30, and of course it ends with the ceremony here at the courthouse steps, and you'll have the veterans here, and we'll be doing the ceremony there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, well, Fred, thank you very much. I just wanted people to know about that because we need to honor these guys that have served and like yourself, have been in the armed services. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have what we have today, and that's our freedom. So thank you very much for your service.
Thank you, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for everything you do for us, and Colby also for you. I appreciate you being behind us. Thank you very much.
We're kind of doing a little mini tour of the Smith County Courthouse, and right now we're in the archives room. Mr. John, introduce yourself to these folks.
I'm John Wagner Jr. I'm the Smith County historian and genealogist, and one that looks after the archives.
Okay, and I see a lot of people coming in here. I think you get a lot of people calling you doing research and stuff. Is that true?
Just about every day.
Yeah.
People from all over the country have roots in Smith County. When they're in the area, they want to see what we can find. A lot of people are joining the DAR, wanting documentation on that.
Okay, and these leather-bound books in here, what is the oldest book that you're aware of that's in here?
Okay, the oldest book is what here is 1799. This was the minutes of the first county court. It held at Dixonia, and we're lucky that we have all these books because all the counties surrounding Smith have had fires and lost theirs.
I want to just show that is heavy.
That is heavy. You do a few lookups and pull about 10 of those out, and you've had your exercise.
Yeah, you have. And that is a heavy book. This one is 1910 to 1912, and it's the minutes, I guess, of the county court.
Yeah.
And if you open it up, the writing in there, it's actually beautiful, isn't it?
Yes, they were good. Penmanship.
They were amazing with the way they wrote.
Yeah.
And this particular one, you can read it quite well.
Yeah.
Some of them I have a little trouble because it's so ornate.
Some of them do, but they didn't have copy machines back in those days, and everything was handwriting. They've done a good job of it.
Yeah, well, this is a beautiful, and as far as I know, we have complete records. We didn't lose anything in a fire or anything in the past?
No, we lost a few real early records back before the Civil War, like that. But as far as our wills and things like that, we got wills back to 1803, and our county court, we got marriage records didn't start till 1838, and we've got some of those. They're more plentiful after the Civil War, the records, but.
And now this was, help me, this courthouse was built in 1890, is that right?
No, it's about late part of 1870s when they got moved in.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the Civil War, of course, ended in about
1865.
Okay. So this was after the Civil War. The building that they had prior to that was was it a wooden structure, you think?
I think it was brick, and I think it sat right next to this one, just a few feet away from it.
Okay.
From this one.
And so when they built, they just basically did an upgrade.
Yeah. If you'll take the 1870 book, county court book, they got the specification for this building, how it be constructed, the type materials they'd use, and pretty interesting read.
Yeah, that is. It's amazing that you can go back and find all that stuff. Now, is any of this on either microfiche or on the internet or digitized?
Smith County was one of the first counties to have their records all microfilmed, and are in the state archives, or you can go to the Salt Lake City to the Latter-day Saints, and they have a copy. And if worse comes to worse, we do have everything backed up. Okay, so we've got records to back it up. But this building, it's done had a couple of renovations, and I know we cleaned this room, put new lighting in, and painted. Right. And moved you from off-site to here. Right, we've been here about 5 years. Yeah. This particular here used to be the clerk master's vault here. Right. And then the archives, you've got a room across the hall. Yes, we do. And archives are kept in that. Right. And so I think this is a wonderful thing that we have this, and basically it'll be here from now on as far as we're aware. I hope so. Yeah. Well, Mr. John, thank you for letting us come in. Glad to. And we hope if you are wanting to look up your ancestry or find out something about something that went on a long time ago, here's the place, isn't it? That's right. We'll be glad to help them. Okay. Oh, does the archive, is there a number for the archives that they call? Well, we don't have any open hours. We work here on Monday afternoons, usually around 4 o'clock. But if they'll contact my home to get a appointment, I'll be glad to meet. Okay, and if you need to contact Mr. John, call the Chamber of Commerce, 615-735-2093, and we'll get you in contact. And the library, I get a lot of calls from the library. They have my number. Okay, it's Smith County Library. Yeah. Okay. All right, well, folks, Mr. John, thank you very much. Yes, sir. And we'll move on to our next segment. Okay. We have a wonderful young lady who is part of your program, and she does segments for us. And Katie, since she's one of yours, I'm going to let you introduce her. Absolutely. We have the wonderful Grace Harville, who is a senior 4-H member who has many 4-H accomplishments, one of those being her outstanding cooking segment titled Season with Grace. So please enjoy her October Season with Grace episode.
Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of Season with Grace. Well, it's fall, y'all, and this month I'm going to be making a delicious caramel apple pie that'll really get you into the fall spirit. And so we're going to start off with our apples. In this bowl I have 7 Granny Smith apples that have been peeled, cored, and sliced, but depending on the size of the apples, you might need 5 to 7, like I said, just depending on the size. And I like to use Granny Smith apples just because they hold up really easily whenever they're in the oven. So we're just gonna pour those into our pie dish. And inside of our pie dish, I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but I have a refrigerated pie crust, and I have 2 of these, one for the bottom layer of the pie and then one for the top. But I just love using refrigerated pie crust because number 1, they're really simple to use, and number 2, they're just really good compared to homemade pie crust. And so I already have my apples in there, and I love using this tool because it makes the lattice pattern for the top of your pie right then and there. You just press down on top of the pie crust, and there you have your lattice pie pattern. And you can find these at a kitchen store. They're really easy to find, and they're really good to have around. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our top pie crust and just lay it over the top, and we're going to crimp the edges down just so that whenever we pour the sauce on top, it won't come out. Alright, so we have our top pie crust finished, and now we're going to start with our sauce. It's a really delicious sauce, and it has 6 tablespoons of butter, half a cup of white sugar, half a cup of brown sugar, 1/4 of a cup of water, 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1 pinch of salt. And I just put all of these ingredients into my saucepan and put it over the stove top to let it boil. So now we're going to pour this sauce over our pie. Oh my goodness. And you want to make sure you get it all over the pie crust, because you'll want every single inch of this sauce. And it's okay if it gets all over the lattice of the pie. That'll just give it extra flavor in the crust. Alright, we're just going to spread that on top of our pie crust. Alright. Now we're going to put it on a cookie sheet that has a lip, because sometimes the sauce will bubble over and you don't want that to get into your oven. So we're just trying to prevent that from happening. And now we're going to put our pie in the oven initially at 425 degrees for 15 minutes, and then once that gets finished, we're going to reduce the heat to 350 degrees for 35 to 40 minutes. Alright, here we have our delicious caramel apple pie. Look at, I just want y'all to get a good look at our delicious pie that we've made. And if you could be here to smell it, it smells exactly like fall. If fall had a scent, it would be this apple pie right here. If you would like a copy of my caramel apple pie recipe or any of the recipes that you've seen me do on Seasoned with Grace, you can go to my Facebook page, Seasoned with Grace. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I hope your day is seasoned with grace. We'll see you next time.
All right, we were walking up the street and we ran into one of the citizens of Carthage, Mr. Cole Ebel. Cole, why don't you introduce yourself, tell them your affiliation here.
Hi, I'm Cole Ebel. This is Ebel's Tavern. We're a 5-star dining restaurant. We specialize in prime steak. We also do seafood, oysters on the half shell. We've got a full stock bar, great local craft beer and wine, and yeah, we'd love to have you out sometime.
All right, and Cole, biggest thing I wanted to talk to you about, of course we want to talk about the restaurant some more, but you're going to have a costume contest on Halloween, October the 31st. Is that correct?
That's correct. So
could you tell us about that?
Absolutely. We're having a costume contest on Halloween, which is October 31st, as it is every year. And from 5 to 7, there's going to be Jeepers Creepers out here for the kids right on Main Street. And then we're going to move over from 7 to 10. We're going to be having an adult costume contest. So now this is going to be a 21 and up event, so you don't want to bring your kids. You want to get a sitter for the night. But we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have some nice music. We're going to have just a lot of laughs staff, and last year went off without a hitch. It's going to be, we're going to have 4 different categories. We're going to have funniest costume, scariest costume, best women's costume, and overall best costume. So we'll be giving away some prizes, and we'll have some different food and drink specials that night. So we'd love to have you out that night and then just having a good time down here on the square. Okay, and let's talk about the restaurant a little bit. How long have you been in business now? Been open about almost about 14 months now, and it's been a great ride here. A lot of community support. We've had a couple headaches here and there from different things inside the city, but other than that, the community has come out and they've been nothing but just great patrons. We've getting a lot of out-of-town guests coming in, a lot of people who are out here to see, Smith County, visit Smith County, and spend their dollars here in Smith County. So we're really excited about everything with this restaurant, everything with the community, and we're hoping to have another great year out here. All right, and I notice you've got outdoor dining, and also you've got interior, of course. We do. We got a patio that's open, most of the season, usually winters. Most people won't get out here on the patio, and then sometimes the hot days of summer or the hot days of October. Yeah, so, that's the way it's been lately. Yeah, but yeah, we also have indoor dining, so we've just got a different array, and we really go for the post-colonial tavern style. Decor is what we're going for, with the warm lighting, and then just we do different kind of styles of music, like jazz music, or we'll do some blues, just whatever. Well, now I'm sure before you purchased this building, you did a little research on the history of this particular portion of it. I know at one time the newspaper was here, but what's the history and background of where the tavern is right now? So the tavern's where the old Courier building was, and so basically. Where the Carthage Courier up the street, they had their printing press down here, and I have a lot of people that come down here and say, oh, I used to sweep for so-and-so down here. We swept out this room, and there was a dirt room in the back at one point, and then it seems like everybody at some point worked down here. Mm-hmm. And then there's a couple other businesses that came in. There was another restaurant at one time, and then I know that the building's 101 years old. And there's a lot of older brick in it that they reuse from another burned down building. There's just a lot of history, and a lot of people come in and try to contribute a little bit more that they know from the history of the building to here. Also, the cool part was it being a very old building in this city, and this city and this county was actually founded. The first business here was a ferry and tavern. Most people don't know that. It was started by William Walton. Yeah. Well, I know the decor in there with the old stone walls and everything. You've of course put a sealer on them and made them shine a little bit, but the decor in there, it really looks very period and very nice. Yes. And I love the way that you've got it decked out. So folks, if you want to just come see a neat building and eat in a fine restaurant, then you can come to Ebel's Tavern, and I'm sure there's some kind of special going on about any time they come. Oh, anytime you come. Mondays we do $7 burgers. Tuesdays we do $7 Phillies. Wednesdays we do $7 Reubens. And Thursdays we do $7 chicken sandwiches. We always got some kind of fresh seafood in, some kind of special cut of steak that comes in. And we're always looking for new things to do. We got a lot of gluten-free options. We're working a little bit more on our vegetarian menu, but every day we get a lot of constructive input from our customers, and we're here to serve our customers, serve the community, and just make it a nice, friendly environment. And the other thing too is we also do Kids Eat Free every Wednesday and Sunday, so bring the family down, and it's definitely a family-friendly place. I like the tables. You've done wood carvings on the tables there. Oh, that's pretty neat. A good friend of mine, Greg Salazar, he took an old barn that was about 150 years old right here in Smith County, and they were just going to demo all the wood, and he took it, reclaimed it, and spent, I can literally say he spent weeks just building these tables for me. Just a really good guy, really top-notch quality reclaimed lumber, and then it's been phenomenal, and it's just been such a great volunteer effort. A lot of friends come out to help with a lot of things. Another different Greg is a guy who helped me build. He helped us build this sign. He helped us build everything in there. He just oversaw it all, and just I just feel very blessed to have so many great people in this community, so many great friends. Well, I know there's been a lot of support, and we appreciate you being here. And I know it's good food. As a matter of fact, I had lunch here yesterday, and it was excellent. Well, awesome. And I went pretty
what is the word? Very common. I ate the burger.
Got the burger. Well, it was Burger Day yesterday. You got to get the burger on Burger Day. One in Rome.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
So, all right, Cole, thanks a lot for
All right, thanks, Bill. Appreciate it.
Okay, we hope you've enjoyed the show. Katie has offered to help me. We had quite a few things to go through.
We do.
So we're just going to go through. The first thing I'd like to mention is if you see behind me here, Sanders Family Christmas, Smoke on the Mountain Part 2. They're doing that play. Mr. Bill Reese is doing that November the 30th, December the 1st, December the 2nd. It's here at the Smith County Fine Arts Theater and at the Hull Theater here in the historic Smith County Courthouse. And we hope you'll come by and see them. They put on some excellent plays.
Absolutely.
One thing I'd like to promote here at the Chamber, we just got a little card here. It has some beautiful scenes of stuff in Smith County. And on the back of it, it lists some of the things that there are in Smith County to either explore or do, some of the festivals that we have. And it's got our Facebook logo, so you can, it's encouraging people to hashtag Explore Smith County, and it's a good thing. Katie, I believe you got some
Absolutely.
stuff. We're going to plug some Chamber members.
Yes, so we have TriStar Land Improvement LLC helping you with everything from custom land clearing and bush hogging to land improvement and maintenance services. So make sure to give these folks a call if you could use their services. You can contact Rick Garrels at 615-489-6431.
All right, and then our friends in Lancaster just live not too far from me, Peaceful Pastures. Darren and Jenny Drake, they have all natural grass-fed meats. And it says, welcome to Peaceful Pastures, where we produce the finest beef, pork, lamb, chicken, and turkey. And they are, unlike our friend down at Catisa Farms, George, he does mostly strawberries and grains and things like that. These guys, they do meats, and they do a wonderful job with that. And it's peacefulpastures.com, and their number is 615-683-4291.
We also want to remind you of the Veterans Day Parade that'll take place Sunday, November 11th. It'll take place at 2:30 p.m., but lineup is at 2. So make sure if you're available to come out and see that. It'll probably be a great time, great way to honor our veterans.
Yeah, and Fred talked a little bit about that earlier.
Yes.
So okay. Pleasant Shade community. If you haven't been to Pleasant Shade, you don't know what you're missing. It is a great place to be. Pleasant Shade Community Center is having their fall consignment sale October the 18th from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Now they've got more dates on this, so you'll need to check. You can contact Wesley Rigsby. Wesley, I'm giving your number out. 615-677-6514 if you want to consign something there, or if you want to find out more about what's going on. And they have more dates than this, but Pleasant Shade, Tennessee, you owe it yourself to go there.
Absolutely. And if you have trouble getting the places you need to go, you can simply call 1-844-9-WE-RIDE, and they will give you assistance in transportation.
And, yeah, and they can take you to your work. They can take you to the doctor. They can actually go all the way to Nashville, and I think there's some more information. It's UCHRA.
So if you need help getting where you need to go, those seem like a great people to call.
And if you're a senior and you just don't want to drive, you can call these guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah. There is a fish fry and auction benefiting the foster children of Smith County on October the 20th at 4 p.m. at the Smith County Ag Center. If you haven't been to the Ag Center, you owe it yourself to go over there, and they put on a good event. And the auction part of it, they have some really good stuff. A lot of the businesses here donate that stuff, and they do a good job with that, and the money goes for a really good cause. So if you got any questions about that, call us at the Chamber, 615-735-2093, and we'll answer those questions for you.
One thing I did mention earlier was the Riverside Barn Sale. Just want to reiterate, that's November 2nd and 3rd at the Smith County Ag Center. We will have food, fun, music, and more. Lots of vendors to shop with. Find our Facebook page, Riverside Barn Sale. Give it a like, and you can see all of the vendors that we have coming.
Okay, and then we have a harvest party that's going to take place at the Cellar 53 Winery. Now, I'm announcing this, it's happening on October the 13th, and you may say, well, hey, it's October the 20th, or it's November the 1st. Why are you telling me about something that happened 2 weeks ago? Well, the Cellar 53 Winery is open every weekend. And these guys, they're open from 10 a.m. to 6 on the 13th, but they're open every, during the week they're open, and on the weekends they're open till 6 o'clock. So you can go by and you can see these guys, and it's pretty interesting to just go by and see the vineyard. Tennessee used to be one of the biggest grape producers in the United States, and then in the 40s and 50s that kind of got wiped out, and now we're starting to come back. And so you need to go by and see these guys at Cellar 53. Rebecca and Scott over there, they'll treat you right, and they've got a lot of good things going on. On the 13th, they're going to have a food truck and the Blue Water Grill on the hill, and they're going to have music starting at 1 p.m. And so they got a lot of things happening over there at Cellar 53. If you don't make it for the 13th, go by and see them anyway.
Absolutely. Another local business we wanted to highlight is River's Edge Antiques. You can find them at 222 Main Street, Carthage. Lots of great antique vintage items. If you are in the mood for shopping, that might be a great place to go. If you need more information, you could also give them a call at 615-489-0670.
Okay, and we have several other antique providers here in the county, and you can go by and see them. If you want to learn, if you want to earn rather, your high school equivalency diploma, they're doing that at the Smith County Adult Education Program. That's over at the Board of Education in the Adult Ed building, or Adult Ed classroom, I should say. And if you want information about that, call 735-8246 if you want to earn your high school equivalency diploma.
Last but not least, we have the Scarecrow Festival going on in Granville, the 6th annual. It's running October 1st through the 27th. It's open Wednesday through Friday, 11 to 3, and Saturday, 11 to 5. So they will have scarecrows and historical characters, characters from the 1950s, and guided tours for groups. So make sure to come through and see that in historic Granville.
Okay, and then the last thing, the Small Business Saturday, it says it's November the 24th, and I guess the 24th is a Saturday this year. But anyway, it's the weekend after Thanksgiving, and Small Business Saturday is on, and here in the town in Gordonsville, South Carthage and Carthage businesses are open, and they're giving specials on what's going on. Just want you to come by and visit with them. And then that Sunday, that Sunday is the Christmas parade here in Carthage, and also they have a hometown Christmas over here. Then the following Saturday in December is the Christmas parade in Gordonsville. So there's a lot of things happening during this window. You can come to a play, you can go to parades, you can go to consignment sales. There's a lot of things happening here in the area. So we hope you'll take your time and visit. Katie, did we miss anything?
I think we got it all. Just make sure to shop local and come visit all of these interesting events and businesses.
All right, and we hope you enjoyed the Chamber Corner.